This video will review some of the main points of the CANRIGHT Marketing Report's 2013 document, White Paper Basics, the do's, don'ts, whys, whats, and how's of white papers. Remember, there are different types of white papers, as our previous videos in the class have noted. This document points out that the white paper is a ubiquitous and sometimes abused tool for you to establish your reputation in your market. Now, this is one use of a white paper. It's for business purposes to reach out to potential customers. So they've become a very influential marketing tool. White papers are written to educate and persuade. If you're representing a company, the white paper will enhance your company's credibility, educate prospects about your services, and inform potential customers about ways to improve their business profitability. Now, keep in mind that there are different types of white papers, and not all white papers are designed to attract customers to a business. Page 4 notes that white papers are educational. They can be used to build credibility, establish and enhance expertise, and generate leads. Again, this would be if a company were to produce a white paper for these purposes. The document notes that a white paper is not just an article. Sometimes you'll see a report or a case study or proceedings or seminar findings or presentations or simply articles that are called white papers. The CANRIGHT document notes that not everything on paper is a white paper. So what makes a good white paper? William Safire analyzed the term white paper. The original meaning of white paper related to a government document. Safire writes that it's a statement of official government policy with background documentation. White paper was the English terminology for a report, too short to be bound as a blue book. But white papers have expanded in their roles, and now it is not just a document produced by government entities. White papers are persuasive, they're short, and they seek to influence. They're something between an academic paper and a magazine article. So businesses can use white papers to advocate for or defend against proposals to change government policy or corporate policy or industry standards. Technology and engineering companies use white papers to introduce advancements. The document notes that if you can staple your white paper together with a standard stapler, it's probably the right size. It mentions that white papers are 6 to 12 pages long. The term white paper means that you're not just looking out for your own self-interest, but you're looking out for the self-interest of others as well. White papers are not simply sales documents, but they do market an idea. It should be an unbiased view of the topic and include proof points or examples. It should help readers reach their own conclusions based on their needs. White papers have a strong and definite point of view and are designed to persuade, even if it's gently, but they don't focus on one product. There's a soft sell approach that white papers take, not a hard sell, hardcore marketing strategy. They educate the reader. White papers are usually available for free download, so they're distributed widely. Again, this is a strategy some companies use to attract new customers. On pages 10 and 11, there are different types of white papers mentioned. Technical white papers, business benefit white papers, hybrid business and technical white papers, and government or public policy advocacy white papers. So a technical white paper would describe how something works, often aimed at engineers or other individuals with technical expertise. A business benefit white paper describes a significant problem and presents a solution. There's somewhat of a soft sell for a product or service, but the selling of the product is not the focus. The white paper would paint a picture of a gap between the industry's potential and the current products or services that are available. And the hybrid of these two approaches would be a technical paper seeking to influence technical advisors as well as decision makers themselves. A business leader who wants to propose a change in public policy could distribute a white paper within his or her industry. A true white paper presents new and original information. A white paper is a thought leadership piece. It should pull from a multitude of credible sources, include a summary of that research, and provide conclusions from your perspective. The document is designed to build trust, to give a measured opinion, not to be a hard sell for a particular product. So what white papers should do is educate readers, include real-world examples, and cite other sources. They should be brief and should not be focused on the self-interest of the writer. It would cover various alternatives that the reader can use and strike a tone between a formal and an accessible approach. There would be a call to action that would be mentioned in the white paper. A white paper should not assume that the audience is familiar with the topic being discussed. It should not be too casual. It should strike a tone between formal and accessible. Obviously, if it's brief, it should not be wordy or long-winded. And it should not have a blatantly biased view of the topic. There should be credible research showing different views of the topic before giving the recommendation. It doesn't focus on one product. It shows the different products out there and therefore doesn't take a hard sell approach suggesting one product. But a recommendation at the end of the paper is totally appropriate. We will be looking at some sample white papers throughout our class. I hope this video and this document has been helpful to you. Thanks very much.